5 Minutes Funnier is back. Hello and welcome to 5 Minutes Funnier, the comedy how-to, and I am your host, Jimmy England, here with more tips, tricks, and hacks to make you a better comedian. I was actually just recording a piece for a promotional video for a comedy club. We're doing a roast battle there, and in deciding to go, I don't normally do roast battles, but I said to them, what if we did it in a little more dignified way? And they said, yeah, that's a great idea. Then I went and talked to the guy I'm going to be roasting, and he loved it as well. So the two of us are going to dress up in a much more dignified fashion, get on that stage, and we're going to stand out from everybody else because the approach everybody else is taking when you think roast battle is more like being a wrestler who goes out there and that's not the approach that we're taking. Now, the reason why that's important, and this is important, is it's going to separate us from everybody else that's going on that stage that night. We are coming in to be different. We are going to still roast each other, but we're going to do it in a way that's more along the lines of a left-handed compliment, if you will. But the thing about it is that dressing up like this, as I said earlier, separates us from everybody else. And that is going to become increasingly important. Not just how you dress up, but what jokes you are telling and the voice you are taking when you tell the jokes. Because AI is coming. And at the moment, it can't replace us. Now, I know you're saying, oh, of course it isn't. Well, you know what? If I've got a club and I can put some AI creature onto a screen and people are going to come in to watch it because you can only see it at my club, I'm not going to be on that stage. You're not either. So we have to be prepared. And one of the ways you prepare is by being someone significant, different from other comedians, different from any AI that come up with, something that will separate you from the herd. And that's why taking on a character is very important. Now, this is not a new concept. This has been around forever. You can go back through stand-up comedy and you will find hordes of people who didn't just go out and be funny, but they embraced a character. You can go back to George Carlin. Take a look at what he was before he became the George Carlin huge megastar. And he was just like every other comic, wearing a suit, doing the same kind of humor as everybody else. Then he turned into this weird hippie guy god who spoke about reality, about his life and our lives. And all of a sudden, bang, he was something special. Richard Pryor, there's another good example. Here's a guy who was basically like a skinnier Bill Cosby. But when he became, after taking a break for a couple of years, Richard Pryor, a brand new street comedian, he had a persona, just like George Carlin. He was something different. It wasn't just the material. It was the way he delivered it on stage. It was the attitude that he had. He was no longer everybody else. Nobody else was Richard Pryor. Think of it this way. If you're in the top 5 comedians in your town, I don't care how big or how small it is. If you're in the top 5, that's great. You're a big fish in a small pond. But then remember, there are literally thousands of these ponds all over the place. It's not about you being the best comedian and standing out from the other 4 comedians. It's about you standing out from those 4 comedians and the other 3,000 that are out there wanting to be on top just as much as you do. So the first thing you must do as a comedian is establish who you are and follow that religiously. Don't keep changing. After a period of time, if it ain't working, you better change. But you want some consistency in your performance, in your presentation, and how you look. That's part of your presentation. Because let's be honest, I'm not doing comedy per se right here, but I'm talking about it. But if I was to walk on stage like this, you would have some preconceived ideas of what kind of comedy, what you are going to hear from me. When you are on stage, you are you amplified. Amplify that. Become the person who stands out from everybody else. And, your chance for success just improved radically. Well, that's it for 5 Minutes Funnier. And me, your host, Jimmy England. As always, please subscribe to our YouTube channel here. It really is a big help to us in reaching more and more people. And, of course, give us a like. We appreciate that. Again, it'll help us reach more comedians. And share us as well. Our goal here is pretty simple. We're not making money on this. We're just trying to improve what we all do because I really believe that if we're all funnier, this is going to be a better business for all of us. In the meantime, stay funny, everybody.